Everyone wants to be happy, yet somehow, happiness feels harder to find than ever before. We work longer hours, scroll endlessly, and chase one goal after another, believing the next achievement will finally make us happy. But even after reaching our goals, the feeling often disappears faster than we expected. We compare our lives with everyone else and wonder why they seem happier than we are. Modern life teaches us that happiness is always somewhere ahead, never where we are today. We collect more things, buy more products, and keep chasing more. Yet many people still feel empty inside. As the years pass, many of us realize we've been busy chasing success instead of understanding happiness. Even when life looks perfect on the outside, our minds can still feel restless. Sometimes we even pretend to be happy because everyone else seems to be doing the same. So what if we've been searching in the wrong place all along? Thousands of years ago, ancient philosophers asked the very same question. Instead of chasing wealth or fame, they searched for something much deeper. Their ideas have survived for centuries because they focus on human nature, not changing trends. Although they lived in a completely different world, many of their lessons still apply today. They believed happiness wasn't something you discovered by accident. It was something you learned to build. They asked a simple question that most people never stop to consider. What does a truly good life look like? The answers weren't about becoming richer or more famous. They were about becoming wiser. True happiness, they believed, begins with understanding yourself before trying to change the world around you. Their wisdom challenges almost everything modern society tells us about success and happiness. So let's travel back in time and discover what the greatest philosophers knew about happiness that many of us have forgotten. The first lesson came from Socrates. Before chasing happiness, he believed we should first understand ourselves. According to Socrates, an unexamined life is a life lived on autopilot. Instead of asking, "How can I become happier?" he encouraged people to ask, "Who am I becoming?" Self-awareness is where lasting happiness begins. You can't improve a life you never stop to examine. Next came Aristotle. He believed happiness wasn't a feeling, it was the result of living with purpose and virtue. Doing the right thing, even when it's difficult, slowly shapes a better character. Like a tree with deep roots, a strong character can withstand life's storms. Then there was Epicurus, who surprised many people. He didn't believe happiness came from luxury. Instead, he taught that simple pleasures, a meal, fresh air, and peace of mind, often bring the greatest joy. He believed that meaningful friendships were one of the greatest sources of happiness. The Stoic philosophers offered another powerful lesson. You can't control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond. Worrying about things outside your control only steals your peace of mind. Focus your energy on what you can influence and let go of what you cannot. To the ancient philosophers, becoming wiser was more valuable than becoming richer. Real happiness grows from within. It isn't something the outside world can permanently give you. Sharing life with people you care about creates memories that no amount of wealth can replace. Money has value, but it cannot replace inner peace, kindness, or purpose. These ideas have survived for thousands of years because human nature hasn't changed nearly as much as technology has. The ancient philosophers weren't trying to own more, they were trying to need less. And perhaps that's the lesson modern life has quietly forgotten. Thousands of years have passed, but the human search for happiness remains the same. Today, many of us spend hours consuming information, but rarely spend time understanding ourselves. Social media makes it easy to compare our real lives with someone else's highlight moments. The more we compare, the more we feel like we are falling behind. We often believe buying more things will make us happier, but the excitement usually fades quickly. A person can have many possessions and still feel completely empty inside. Like a treadmill that never stops, chasing endless success can leave us exhausted. Modern life rewards being busy, but being busy does not always mean living well. Our minds are constantly filled with noise, leaving little space for peace and reflection. The ancient philosophers warned us about this trap. A distracted mind struggles to find happiness. Sometimes happiness begins by removing things that steal our attention. Creating space away from constant distractions allows us to reconnect with ourselves. Simple moments like reading, walking, or enjoying silence can bring unexpected happiness. The philosophers understood that relationships and meaningful conversations matter more than status. Practicing gratitude changes our focus from what we lack to what we already have. A happy life is not about having everything. It is about appreciating enough. Balance is the key. Technology and success can help us, but they should not control us. Peace comes when we learn to enjoy the present moment instead of constantly chasing the next one. The path to happiness is often simpler than we imagine. The ancient wisdom was never lost. We simply became too distracted to listen. The ancient philosophers didn't promise a life without problems. They taught us how to face those problems wisely. Happiness grows when we appreciate what we already have, instead of constantly chasing what we don't. The best moments in life are often the simplest: sharing food, laughter, and time with people we love. Helping others doesn't just improve their lives. It brings meaning and joy to our own. A peaceful mind is one of the greatest treasures anyone can possess. When we slow down, we begin to notice the beauty that was always around us. Like a tree, happiness grows little by little through daily habits and wise choices. Success and wealth have their place, but they should never come at the cost of inner peace. The wisdom of the ancient world still speaks to us today because human nature has never stopped searching for happiness. Living simply doesn't mean having less. It means making room for what truly matters. The happiest people are not always those with the most. They are often the ones who appreciate life the most. Peace isn't found in constant excitement. It's found in quiet moments of presence. The moment you realize that enough is enough, life becomes much lighter. Wisdom isn't about knowing every answer. It's about living each day with intention. The greatest victory is becoming someone you respect when you look in the mirror. The ancient philosophers believed that happiness is not something you find. It's something you practice. Every day gives us another opportunity to choose gratitude, kindness, and wisdom. Their words have survived for thousands of years because they point to timeless truths about being human. Now the question isn't what the philosophers knew. The question is whether we'll live by their wisdom. Perhaps the secret to happiness was never hidden. It was waiting patiently in ancient wisdom, reminding us that the richest life is not the one with the most things, but the one lived with purpose, gratitude, and peace.